Hey guys, welcome back. We just finished up our interview with Nick Colosi from Smart Tools. That was awesome. We had both a workout and a bit of an interview. I think both Jim and I learned quite a bit today.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling still a little shaky, man.
Yes.
I mean, here we are. We're sitting about 45 minutes, 50 minutes after we were done at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel I'm still...
I can't drink enough water, by the way. I feel thirsty. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. So for you guys out there who do decide to start incorporating this, you might start to notice a little different, like your body's craving something more than it does from a normal workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our optimal concept of the day is we're going to talk a little bit about innate and our body's innate power to heal itself. And I think sometimes it's interesting for us to look back and realize that our body is a self-healing organism. It has so many great abilities to heal and develop. So why don't you break down a little bit about your thoughts on the beginning of this?
So the term innate intelligence has been used for a long time. Its origin is not in chiropractic by any stretch, maybe the term, but not the concept of it. And essentially, it's what drives our body to be the difference basically between a dead organism and an alive organism. Okay, we can talk about body chemistries, we can talk about pulses and brain waves and all this stuff, but when it ultimately comes down to it, there is something else beyond maybe what we know. And I hate to get into spiritual stuff, but let's be honest, it's different 1 second after our body dies compared to 1 second before. We no longer move towards trying to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So if I cut my finger 1 second before I die, my body's going to start a certain process. If I cut the finger 1 second after, it's not going to start that same process. And that's what we talk about when we talk about innate intelligence. It's that power of the body that is different than other innate or other inanimate objects. So it's what basically separates being alive from being dead.
Mm-hmm. And you think about the moment that we are, well, you can go back to even cells and sperm and egg and how cells are multiplying and creating what we have essentially become in 10 months. I think to appreciate the moment that we become, we come out of mom and we're here on this earth. And like you said, the moment that we eventually move on when this life's over, it's just, I think we don't appreciate what we put into our bodies and how our body's able to recycle cells. Is it every 7 weeks that we basically become a brand new body, and not one cell is there that was before?
Yeah, all of our cells are constantly doing this, and cells of every living thing have this. It's not just people.
Mm-hmm.
Any living organism has this same type of intelligence, and it's an order. It's a system of things that it has to do. That's what makes it alive. And I think that chiropractic sometimes gets maybe wrongfully attacked for believing in this, and they're saying like, "Oh, it doesn't really exist." That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's like arguing gravity.
Right. I mean, well, I don't believe in gravity. Where's your research? Well, I'm holding to the freaking ground, right? There's my research.
Right.
So I get a little bit frustrated, and I think probably many chiropractors do. And there's infighting in our profession a lot, which, again, you guys who aren't chiropractors, maybe this is boring to you, so I apologize, but we're always striving to try to present information to our patients and to the population that explains the best way to take care of yourself. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. So the whole concept of innate, we use it to explain that, we don't want a lot of interference to our body's natural processes. So that's why we go a little bit more natural and try to let things heal. One of my favorite examples is fish poison. Like, say you bad fish, say you get food poisoning. What is that normal body response? Whoever throws up first in a battle of food poisoning wins, right? That's the normal body response. If I suppress that ability to throw that nasty fish up, then I'm doing something against what my body is now. Do I maybe feel better if I suppress that? Yeah, I might, but ultimately I've got that nasty fish still now at the bottom of my stomach, whereas my body wanted to get rid of it as fast as it possibly can by projectile vomiting all over the room.
Well, I think also people forget that when you show signs of sickness, like let's say you get a temperature rise, you get if your body is showing signs of health by raising the temperature of the body, the fever spike, to fight off whatever's going on in the inside of the body. That is a perfect example of innate.
Yeah, bacteria, viruses, whatever, they don't thrive in the higher temperatures, and that's why we raise it. So when we suppress it with outside medications and even ice, and look, I'm not trying to argue that don't make yourself to some extent comfortable, but let's refocus that brain on, is this a symptom that we need to have to get healthier, or is this something that's just a byproduct? And I just don't think that there's a lot that our body does that's by accident.
No, there's a meaning behind everything. And one more little swing back to chiropractic. There's a thought process for a lot of us who are, we go back so far with chiropractic. A few episodes ago, we had my dad on, and he's 40 years into this journey of taking care of folks. And what a better way to release or to show the expression of the body's ability to heal itself than to get a chiropractic adjustment.
Absolutely. I know that after the training, I think we're going to probably swing back by the house again, because I know this is going to be at a different video, but thanks again to Alpha Legends Gym. I know the table says Powerhouse, used to be a Powerhouse, but it's Alpha Legends Gym now in Twinsburg, Ohio. Thanks for letting us film here with our training session earlier and our podcast now. Wanted to move into the Ask the Doc. Now, the Ask the Doc today, because we've already done a ton of content and we're getting a little tired and hungry, the question was, what is the best way to train when you're on the road or when you don't have any weights? So the cool part about this is it all ties very well into what we did earlier with the BFR cuffs.
It's something that you guys can do. It's very easy and portable. Don't need a lot of weight at all. I can tell you right now, if you guys go back and watch the video, yes, we did some things with very light dumbbells. You could grab your briefcase or a duffel bag and do some bicep curls or some tricep extensions. But I used my body weight for air squats and for doing the rep scheme that we went into, which was 30 reps, followed by a little break, 15 reps, subsequent 15 reps, and a final set of 15 reps, all within less than about 3.5, 4 minutes. You do not need weight. This is easy. You can do it in when you're traveling in the hotel room. You can go up and down a flight of steps, or basically there's the possibilities are endless. You guys don't need a whole lot. BFR training is awesome, and in just a short amount of time, you can get a heck of a workout.
Yeah. So hotel gyms generally are not wonderful with the weights. So it'd be really cool to just take this, and it comes in a little bag, and it sounds like the Gen 3 that's going to be coming out for more regular person use as opposed to just clinical use is going to be even more portable. So looking forward to that, but something to look out for. We can talk more about alternate things and different techniques for that, but again, for sake of time and the fact how we've had so much content on the show, that's what we're gonna stop at today. We're gonna take a real quick break. We're gonna come back with final thoughts in 1 minute. Thanks.